Have you ever wondered why nature and spirituality seem to be so intricately linked? It's a question that has echoed through the ages, resonating in the hearts of countless individuals. Throughout human history, we've sought solace in the great outdoors, finding a profound spiritual significance in the natural world. From the ancient Druids who worshipped in forest groves, to the indigenous tribes that revere Mother Earth, nature has long been recognized as a spiritual entity. It's a universal theme, transcending cultures and continents, binding us together in our shared reverence for the world around us. There's a tranquility in nature, a serenity that stills the mind and invites reflection. It's in these quiet moments that we can reach a meditative state, opening ourselves to spiritual exploration. The rustle of leaves, the murmur of a brook, the whisper of the wind, each a gentle reminder of our connection to something greater. Indeed, nature serves as a profound canvas upon which we can project our spiritual quest. Imagine embarking on a spiritual retreat nestled deep within the embrace of nature. Let's journey together with an individual we'll call Alex. Alex, like many of us, has been feeling the weight of the world on his shoulders. He's decided to seek solace and rejuvenation in a spiritual retreat, tucked away in a tranquil forest. As he packs his bag, there's a mix of feelings swirling within him. A sense of apprehension, a natural human reaction to the unfamiliar, but also a spark of excitement. A yearning for the peace and clarity he's been searching for. He steps out of his home, leaving behind the hustle and bustle, and steps into a journey of self-discovery. The cityscape gradually gives way to the countryside, and the noise of urban life is replaced by the soothing sounds of nature. The journey, although long, is liberating. It's as if with every mile he puts between himself and his daily life, he sheds a layer of stress, of worry, of cynicism. Finally, the retreat comes into view. Nestled in the heart of the forest, it's a sanctuary of serenity. The air is pure and sweet, and the only sounds are those of the rustling leaves, the chirping birds, and the gentle whisper of the wind. Alex feels a sense of calm washing over him. He's arrived. He's greeted by the warm smiles of the retreat staff, who welcome him like a long-lost friend. They guide him to his cabin, a humble abode that's devoid of the distractions of modern life, but brimming with the comforting presence of nature. As night falls, Alex sits on the porch of his cabin, gazing at the starlit sky. In the silence of the night, he hears the symphony of nature, the hoot of an owl, the rustle of leaves, the murmur of the nearby stream. He feels a sense of belonging, a connection that's profound and yet so simple. And so, our protagonist stands at the threshold of a transformative journey. Our protagonist begins to explore the surroundings, immersing themselves in the solitude offered by nature. As they step into the embrace of the forest, the world outside seems to fade away. Each footfall is a whisper, a secret shared with the earth beneath. An orchestra of sounds begins to emerge, the rustle of leaves, the chirping of birds, the distant call of a stag. Each sound is a thread weaving a symphony of life that fills the air. They find a spot near a babbling stream, a place where the water sings a timeless song. Here they sit in meditation, the coolness of the earth seeping into their being, grounding them. The melody of the stream lulls them into a state of peace, a stillness that is not empty, but full of life. They observe the wildlife around them. A squirrel, industrious and focused, gathering food for the coming winter. A butterfly, delicate and vibrant, dancing from flower to flower. A bird of prey, powerful and precise, soaring high in the sky. Each creature a master of its own journey, living in harmony with the rhythm of the world. As they witness these scenes, they begin to see the interconnectedness of all life. The forest is not merely a collection of individual entities, but a grand tapestry where each thread is connected, each life supporting another. They feel a sense of kinship with the creatures around them, a shared bond of existence. In the quiet of the forest, away from the noise of the world, they start to hear the whispers of their own soul. The stream, the trees, the wildlife, they all become mirrors reflecting back the truths that lie within. A sense of inner peace begins to emerge, a clarity that illuminates their deepest thoughts. The forest becomes a sanctuary, a place where they can commune with their inner self, away from the distractions and demands of the outside world. They begin to realize that they are not separate from nature, but an integral part of it. This realization brings a sense of belonging, a sense of homecoming. As the days pass, a profound transformation begins to unfold. As our protagonist immerses deeper into nature, they begin to experience a transformation. A subtle shift, like the changing hues of the setting sun, blossoms within. They find themselves becoming not just an observer of nature, but an integral part of it. Their senses are heightened, their connection with the earth deepens, and they start to realize that they are not separate from the world around them, but rather a part of this grand, interconnected web of life. As they walk under the towering trees, they feel a sense of humbleness and awe. They are reminded of life's cyclical nature, the growth, the decay, and the rebirth, all happening in harmony. This understanding brings them closer to the rhythm of the universe and their place within it, a tiny yet significant thread in the fabric of existence. The protagonist begins to see the world through a different lens, a lens colored by the beauty and wisdom of nature. They perceive the interconnectedness of everything, the symbiotic relationships that sustain life. They understand that every creature, every plant, every stone, and every drop of water has a purpose, a role to play in this intricate dance of life. With every breath of fresh air, every rustle of leaves, every ripple in the water, they feel a growing sense of unity. They realize that they are not just a spectator in this grand spectacle of life, but a participant. This realization ignites a spiritual awakening within them. Their journey in nature becomes a mirror reflecting their inner world. They become more in tune with their emotions, their thoughts, their desires, and their fears. They find a safe space to confront these feelings, to accept them, and to grow from them. They realize that just like a seedling breaking through the soil to reach for the sun, they too have the power to overcome obstacles and grow. In the embrace of nature, our protagonist finds not just peace, but a renewed perspective on spirituality. They find a deeper understanding of life, a greater sense of purpose, and a profound sense of belonging. Nature, in its infinite wisdom, has become their guide, their teacher, and their sanctuary. As the retreat draws to a close, our protagonist reflects on their journey. In the bosom of nature, they have discovered a world that speaks without words, a language that transcends the confines of human speech. Each leaf, each stone, each wave that laps against the shore has whispered to them a wisdom that is ancient and timeless. One of the first lessons they've learned is the beauty of simplicity. In a world that's constantly racing towards the next big thing, nature remains unhurried and serene. It does not strive or struggle. It simply is. It's a reminder that sometimes we too need to step off the treadmill of life, to still our minds and just be in the moment. Another insight they've gleaned is the interconnectedness of all things. The trees breathe out what we breathe in. The rain that nourishes the earth evaporates to form clouds, which in turn gives us rain again. It's a beautiful cycle of giving and receiving, a perfect balance that sustains life. This awareness of being a part of a larger whole can fill us with a sense of belonging and purpose. Perhaps the most profound lesson has been the power of resilience. Nature, despite the harshest storms and the coldest winters, always finds a way to bloom again. It's an inspiring testament to the indomitable spirit of life that resides in every living thing, including us. It's a reminder that no matter what challenges we face, we have the strength within us to rise again. These lessons from nature have not only enriched our protagonist's spiritual journey, but have also brought them closer to their own inner essence. They have come to realize that spirituality is not about seeking something outside of oneself, but about discovering the divine within. In the quietude of nature, our protagonist has found a deeper, more meaningful connection with their spiritual self. In the grand scheme of things, what can we learn from this spiritual retreat in nature? Well, we've explored the profound symbiosis between nature and spirituality, haven't we? We've discovered that stepping out of our bustling lives to retreat into nature can be a transformative experience. It's not just about the peace and quiet.
but about the connection we forge with our surroundings. Nature, in its infinite wisdom, offers us a mirror to our inner selves. It shows us a path, often obscured by the hustle of our daily lives, that leads to our spiritual growth. It's in the rustling leaves, the flowing rivers, the towering mountains, reminders of our place in this vast universe. It's a dialogue, really, between our soul and the world around us. So, the next time you find yourself in the midst of nature, remember, you're not just observing the world around you, you're connecting with your spiritual self.